Do we have any notes on this self-care stuff?
Nope.
We're just going to wing it.
Wing it. It's what we're good at.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Christina. We're two best friends who met in college 12 years ago. I'm now a stay-at-home mom with 2 children, a preteen and a toddler.
And I'm a career mom with a toddler. We've been through a lot of life together, and we're here to tell you all the stuff we wish people would have told us. We are Millennial Moms.
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of
Millennial Momming.
Episode 8. Wow. We've made it far.
We've made it.
Period. Survival mode. January and February in the Midwest is all about survival.
Mm-hmm.
And we're learning it's not just about the winter anymore, but surviving children and sleep habits and not just the cold, where it's no longer frostbite that's going to kill us. It's literally other things.
It's just life.
Life is slowly murdering us.
I just feel like after the holidays, it's always like this. There's always this like postpartum holiday depression.
That's such a good way of saying it.
Yeah, it's the post-holiday blues, and I'm over it. Like, I've tried so hard to just stay afloat for January, and it's now the end of the month, and I'm done.
I think the difference is it's just been so busy. So, like, you get the post-holiday stuff, and so at the beginning of the holiday, you're like, I can't wait till it's all done, just so life can go back to normal. And it's still...
And then you go back to normal, you're like, well, this sucks too.
This is not what I signed up for.
No, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling life right now. It's too much.
It's true. So Christina tonight texted me and was like, let's record tomorrow. And I said, I'm almost to you.
Mind you, this was 30 minutes after she was already supposed to be here. So in my mind, she hadn't even left yet to come here because she was 30 minutes late. It's only a 15-minute drive. So I'm already irritated. And then she's 30 minutes late. And she tells me she's here. And I'm like, cool. I'm in my bed, laying down with the covers over me, grab a beer and come up. I don't want to see or speak to anybody in my household.
Then I get to the door and it's locked.
And I was not leaving my bed to unlock it. You should have been here at 5:30. Door locks at 6 p.m.
I had to work. I was trying to get out. There's just too much life going on right now. There is. Like, I'm actually extremely impressed with us that we've actually been able to hold to this schedule of a weekly podcast, honestly. Part of my head is about to explode or implode, whatever happens first.
I'll take either one. Just take me out.
No, you guys wanted honesty.
Here we are. I think you did point out that it's quite possible it's PMS because I'm very tired. I'm irritated for absolutely no reason. I mean, there's reasons, but like, usually I can keep it in check. I can't keep it in check today. And then I just want to eat.
So speaking of eating.
That was last week.
It was last week. We had just released our last episode, and I had a city council meeting, and those last too long. And it's a lot of time of me being professional. Like, my turkey timer pops out, and I'm like, all right, it's like 8 p.m., guys, and I'm still here dressed up and acting professional. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that. You gotta wait till they, like, adjourn. So I texted my husband. I say, do you want snackies? And he said, yes, I do. So as soon as the city council meeting adjourned, I drove straight to the gas station because we live in a rural area. So if you want anything, you got to go to the gas station before 10 p.m. Anyways, went there, $38. No shame in my fat game. I sent a video of me eating a slice of pizza to Christina, and I was like, wow, we really just...
You know what was so funny about that slice of pizza is I studied it and I was like, that's gas station pizza.
Oh, gas station pizza for some reason is so good.
Yeah, it was definitely, I knew that. I was like, is that Casey's? Like, I can't figure out what gas station that is, but that's gas station pizza. I don't mind it. Even bad pizza is still pizza.
It was a good pizza.
But that's my point. Even if it's supposedly...
Gas station pizza? Gas station
like
pizza.
Like low-quality pizza. It's still good. It's still pizza.
Gas station pizza has really stepped up their game. Like, last week, y'all got us talking about, what was it? Body image. This week, you get us how we get through PMS, and it is gas station pizza.
It is gas station pizza. It is Reese's peanut butter cups by the bag. And crying.
I'm not really a crier, but I don't
You're not
know.
a crier?
No. I used to get called a robot. I don't know.
That's what I call Randy. That's sweet.
I don't understand why. I feel like I should have more feelings in my body.
And I have too many feelings. I'll just give you some of mine.
That's so
I could cry
sweet.
over just about anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I am broken.
Yeah. Like earlier tonight, I was like, I could cry right now. I don't know why.
Do you need to cry?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll hold you.
We'll be right back, guys.
Right after these
We're going to have a cry
episodes.
session. We're back in the closet. Nice, good cry in the closet. It's now the crying closet.
I think I probably don't cry because for so many years I suppressed it. I didn't want to be, I would say when in elementary school and junior high, I saw so many girls that would cry at the drop of the hat. Like you looked at them wrong or they barely fell and they would start crying. And I looked at them and I was like, in my head, mental note, I never want to be you. So I always made a point to never cry. And so I think it just broke me emotionally for the entire rest of my life.
I'm trying to think. I think I've seen you cry one time in 12 years.
Wow. Yeah.
And I can't even remember what it was about.
I tell Leon, I said, congratulations, you're it. Because you're the only man I've ever really cried in front of. For the most part, I think.
Yeah. I'm like I can cry when I'm happy.
Oh.
I can cry when I'm sad.
Hmm.
I can cry when I'm angry.
Mm-hmm.
I will get so angry. Like when I am to dangerously high anger levels, I'll cry. And I think it's because my body wants to
Kill?
yeah. No. But yes. No, my body wants to implode and there's like nowhere for this emotion to go.
See, and I think you have natural reactions. I don't think what I do is natural. I don't think what I do is
a normal response.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, it's
so
not
you're
that
admitting on air that you're broken.
Yes, and not normal. Like you've been doing this. I mean, I'm 35. I've been trying not to cry so I would be seen as the baby. You know, since 5th grade.
Do you ever cry by yourself?
No. I know. I'm not even putting on airs right now. I honestly could not tell you the last time I cried by myself. Don't listen to me. Don't do what I do. That doesn't even seem very healthy.
You'd think it would have to come out at some point.
Maybe that's why I pee a lot. I don't know.
That could be.
I think I'm just so busy. I'm somebody who just like pours my heart and soul into every single thing I do.
But maybe that's why you don't cry.
I'm just so busy I don't have time to cry.
But maybe you stay busy so you don't cry.
Oh.
Whoa.
Christina, the new therapist.
I think we just had
in
a
town.
breakthrough.
I keep telling her she needs to be a therapist.
Whoa.
She would be really good.
I wonder if I could be my own therapist.
Maybe like when you're in a good mood, you could create a video and say, ask yourself questions, talk yourself through what you think is going to go wrong.
Yeah.
And then listen to it again and then answer yourself.
Just give really generic, like, that's crazy. Wow.
What do you think about that? Tell me more.
Tell me more.
That would be really... I mean, look, you've got half of it
Yeah.
down.
I'm just thinking about Wendy's. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think she ordered Wendy's.
I haven't yet, but I'm going to.
What is it? DoorDash?
Yeah, I'm going to DoorDash that.
So, like, door dashing in my town is like calling up, like, the grocery store owner or the pharmacist and being like, hey, I would really like this.
Any chance you could swing by on your way home?
And they do. So that's my DoorDash.
Yeah.
And so her DoorDash
Is actually DoorDash.
Yeah, so.
I'm surprised I've only, out of how many DoorDashers we have in this town, I only knew one of them. Which is surprising. Cause
Like, you got to know them?
No, they all know me very well. They know which door to deliver to. They're like, oh, it's a Thursday, I see. No, I personally knew one of them.
Oh.
But you'd think in this town where everybody knows everybody, it would be more.
Not we, you. We were, like, not even in the same graduating class.
But you went to school here.
With a class of 4. I actually went to school a couple of blocks from here.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You know, if I could have just seen my future.
If I knew then.
I would have not seen this. Been like, oh, a couple doors northwest of here, you'll be doing a podcast at 35. And I'd be like, get out of here. Like the night before Christmas or whatever, where that ghost...
Next to a giant stuffed penguin the size of you.
We're back in the closet, guys.
I'm just curious.
Yes, the penguin is the same size as me. You know, I might be small, but if I needed a parking space, I could always park
Yeah, true.
in that compact. I'm so small, it's sad. It's sad. So, what kind of episode do we have for you guys? It's literally us just...
Pitching.
It's literally just us complaining that we are tired because our children don't sleep. We are
Wait, let's talk about that for a second.
hungry and go on.
Why are our children not sleeping? Are your guys' children sleeping?
So Christina now is going through the problems I went through or have been going through. And she said, oh, yeah, I haven't slept. I'm pulling in Elizabeth and I'm not sleeping now because her daughter won't sleep. I think, I know what. Our kids, they had a play date. If you follow us on Facebook, Millennial Momming, you saw that our children had a play date. They're about kind of the same age. We kind of named them to rhyme so that they could be best friends. Yara and Amara.
That was actually not planned.
Was it not?
No, because you had Yara first, and it was supposed to be Yara.
It was.
And then we all kept
Everyone called her Yara.
mispronouncing it, so
yeah.
it became Yara.
I was like, fine, y'all win, Yara.
And then we could not come up with a girl name for, I want to say 7 or 8 months. And finally Randy, because I really liked the name Amari, but I prefer that as a boy's name. So I said, if we have a girl, what's it going to be? And out of nowhere, he goes, what about Amara? And I was like, Amara. Okay, yeah, Amara. And then it wasn't until we had her and you said Yara, and I was like, oh.
They rhyme.
Yara and Amara.
They're going to be best friends.
And one's as white as snow.
Yes.
And then my daughter is mixed. And so
she's like a toasted marshmallow.
She is. She's got this beautiful light brown. She told me she has beautiful light brown skin. That's what she told me the other day.
Oh, Yara, when she was going to visit Amara for their play date, Yara's like, oh, they live in the beautiful house. And Leon said, yeah, but do you know who you're going to see? And she said, yeah, Amara. She has brown skin. She has beautiful skin. That was like word for word. It was so adorable. I loved every second of it.
And then Yara's like bright blue eyes, white blonde hair. And then my daughter has these giant brown eyes. I mean, pop.
They're ebony and ivory.
Oh my God, they are. Wow.
Oh, that's fun. So both of our children won't sleep, so they had to sleep.
They had a play date.
Sleep.
They had a sleep date. I wish.
They had a play date. And I think they wore off on each other, and so now Amara won't sleep, like Yara won't sleep, and so we're both sleep deprived and trying to survive our life. And we've actually heard from a couple of our listeners that you guys are having the same problem. We've got to hang in there. Maybe we can start a support group, like
tired moms.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. My child hasn't slept in a week. And then they'll be like, hi, Elizabeth. And then we'll tell her.
And then I'll be like, hi, my name's Christina. Just tears.
Nobody told us this. Nobody told us this. They think, I thought you have a newborn for like, what, a couple weeks, maybe a week, you don't sleep. I'm on year 5, and I'm dead inside and out. That's why I can't cry. I'm a shell of a human. I am that French thing that people eat. It's a snail. Escargot. This escar would like to go. Okay.
Too bad.
I am a shell of a human. I am so tired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I get anything productive done. It is normal. Not normally. It is just I put out any thoughts of me being human. I put it to the side and I'm like, okay, what do I got to do?
Objects in motion stay in motion.
Oh, this is so true.
So I think we just go, and go and go and go. Because if we stop, we're not getting back up.
Mm-hmm. And we do both, we talked about this earlier. We both do have great husbands, but at the same time, they don't see the same, what would be the war battlefield. They don't see the same battlefield that we do. They're great. They're really good. I mean, I would say both of our husbands are above a lot of the men I've seen in my lifetime.
They're like the nurses that are in the background of the battlefield.
They're like the registered nurses, and we're the CNAs of motherhood. No?
I was going with they're the ones that like make sure that we have mittens and hats and bullets and rations on the front lines, and then we're the ones that go charging in and take all the heat, dodging bullets. And they're the ones that we write home to, and we're like, I miss you. Thanks for all your kind words that you've written me while I'm literally dying out here.
I can't stop laughing because 1, I'm freaking tired, and 2, I've never related to something more tired.
You're so great. Thank you so much for the hat and mittens. I haven't slept in a month. I smell like baby puke.
I only have 4 fingers left.
There's 4 left. The whole leg's gone. But really, you have no idea what those mittens and hat meant to me. They mean well, you know?
They do.
But they don't get it.
Their minds are not wired like a mother. And I feel like a lot of the mothers out there can relate to this. We have great guys who mean well.
They try, you know? They try. Sometimes.
We're dying. We're on the front lines.
We're risking life and limb out here.
We've been hit. Leave us here.
Man down.
Leave us here to die.
We're radioing for backup, and they're like, bad signal.
I'm going through a tunnel, honey. Click. like, we're on the front lines. We're dead.
Mm-hmm.
We're
literally
dead. We're zombies who are still
waiting
somehow
for that letter from our loved ones.
We're just somehow still moving. We see you, mothers, you sleep-deprived mothers out there. We are you. We get it. We are there, and we laugh so that we don't cry.
They are great. And as you said, I feel like in conversations I've had with other people, I am lucky, you know, to have the husband.
Randy is very hands-on, and mine, he does the dishes. I don't know. Last time
we don't need to keep talking about how great they are. They're great.
Yeah, they're great.
But they're also lacking in that for some reason, dads seem to think that there are like on hours and off hours. You know, they're like, okay, I've put in my 6 to 8 hours for the day, and now I've clocked out, and I'm going to go watch my movie and play my video game, and the children are fine. Little do they know, we've put in a 12-hour double and have not eaten, showered, or sat down for 72 days. And somehow they just are like, no, you're great. You're great.
I don't even think they like mean to. I
No.
mean, mine will make dinner and pick up our daughter, and he'll feed her and and then he goes and takes a bubble bath. He's European, so that's a thing.
Well, like Randy's been cooking for the kids the last couple nights because I'm done. I'm done, and there's homework to be done, and there's baths to be.
It's like we're the event coordinators, and they're like the
sous chef.
That's what I was gonna say. or it's sometimes the chauffeur, but we're the event coordinators, so we're like, oh, we're in charge of the entire event. Meaning, yes, we're glad you made dinner and we didn't have to make dinner. Yes, we're glad you washed dishes, did laundry, whatever.
Appreciate it, thank you. But there's more to be done.
It's the the disciplining, the getting to bed. The waking up, the dressing, the toothbrushing,
Me doing Amar's hair. Like, Randy wouldn't have a single clue.
You know, I'm just going to say right here, I'm kind of glad my child's half bald because I see... like her mother. Everyone thinks I have really thick hair. I fooled you. So my daughter does not... She has very fine hair, and I was like, oh, my poor child, but I see how much work you have to go to with Amara's hair, and I'm like, all right, kind of glad my child hardly has any hair.
It is absolutely gorgeous. She has so much hair, and it is these perfect ringlets, and I mean...
It doesn't happen overnight. She's got to, like, put a nightcap on her.
It's a whole thing, and mothers of mixed children, I think, will understand that. It's you have to learn. There's lots of different hair products you have to use. You have to put it in protective styling so that it doesn't get tangled, so that wash stays easier. You know, it's a whole thing. I actually really, really enjoy doing her hair because it is so beautiful and it's like kind of our bonding time. However, it also takes me 2 hours from bath time to being done with her hair. If I drop dead tomorrow, my poor baby's going to have a shaved head because her daddy wouldn't have a single clue what to do with it. One time he gave her a bath and he didn't detangle it beforehand. You got to detangle the hair before.
She's having a
slight
meltdown.
I'm having a flashback to my poor baby's hair.
Her head is in her face. Her face, her face are in her hands. We haven't had sleep. Give us a break.
But anyway, for some reason, her hair was more tangled and more of a mess than when she went into the bath after Daddy did it. God bless his soul. But, like, why do we have to say that? Like, oh, at least he tried. Like... I don't get that. No. I don't get it. Oh, at least she tried. I work so hard, and I had to learn. It's not like it's not like moms just have the option to be like, well, I don't think I will. You know,
it's such a fine line because I am so grateful, and I never want to demean anything he does because he does do a lot. Both of ours. I don't know. I don't watch Randy. But mine, he does do a lot. And
mine does too.
I would never want to demean him because I don't want him to stop what he's doing.
Okay, so you're just not going to complain.
Oh, no. I'm complaining. Like, I am in charge of putting to bed. I am in charge of waking up and in the middle of the night. I'm in charge of waking her up. Oh, gosh. That will ruin a person's life.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes she wakes up 3-4 times in the middle of the night and I have to be the happy, caring mother. Because that's what my mother would have done to me. So, like, in reality, I'm like, I'm going to kill you. But on the outside, I'm like, oh, baby, what's wrong? You're scared of the dark. But in my head, I'm like, I'm going to die.
But, like, is this our own fault? Because for me at least, Randy will go in there, but he's not nice about it. You know what I mean?
I think that's like every man. They're like, go to bed.
Yeah.
Now.
I said get in bed, lay down, go to sleep.
And then I'm like, oh.
And then I feel terrible.
Then I have, yes. And then we got to get up because we're like, oh, the poor baby doesn't even know.
She's just sobbing herself to sleep. So, like, I don't know if it's our own doing.
Part of me, this is really going to put me in the doghouse. Part of me wonders, do they do that on purpose so that they never have to do it again? Or is that just how they're built?
I had a thought the other day where I had it the other day and I had it now and then it left. So just give me a minute. It'll come back.
Do they come in and do it on purpose or do they...
Oh, got it. So Randy always likes to be like, it's not my fault she loves you more.
Oh, Leon says the same thing to me.
It's not my fault she wants you and not me.
Oh, I'm just now realizing that both our husbands are saying the same thing to us. And now I'm feeling a little bit, what's the word?
Enlightened?
I was going to say catfish. No? Is that the
manipulated? A little manipulated. That's the word. Because they're making us feel bad.
The entire time.
While giving a compliment.
I thought he was telling the truth. Like, yeah, she does want me more. Maybe she does like me more. But he says the same thing.
But there's a reason that they do like us more and want us. It's because we're the ones they're used to. We're the ones that do everything 98% of the time. So yes, logic would dictate that the child wants what they're used to. They don't want, that guy that sleeps in mom's bed and comes and says hello once in a while
and then gets in the middle, go to bed.
Go to bed. You think they want that scary?
Nope, I'll take the nice lady for $500, Alex.
Give me the nice squishy lady.
We are squishy. That's probably also why they like
That's
us.
another thing Randy loves to say to me. Oh, she loves to hug you because you're squishy. You're fat too. It's just hard.
Bite me, sir. Bite me. You know what is... I'm going to say it. You know what is super hilarious about this episode, guys? Because this episode was supposed to be about self-care. Self-care, okay? This episode was supposed to be about self-care. And somehow... our self-care is
venting.
Is venting. Maybe y'all just need to vent or relate to us. Yeah. Realize you're not alone, because I just found out that my husband and Randy say the same thing. Had no idea. So hopefully, some of you out there are listening and be like, oh my gosh, my husband says the same thing. And then you'll turn to him with daggers in your eyes and you'll be like, you manipulative son of a biscuit. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to give you to the count of 3, and you better be out.
You better lay down in that bed.
I'm going to push you to sleep.
Not in the good way. Speaking of, who the hell has the time for that anymore? I'll take no for 600, Alex.
We're not going to start anything with our husbands because, one...
the kid's going to wake up any minute. We're going to be interrupted.
And we're going to be too tired.
Ugh.
We're just going to keep saying, thank you, honey, for all you do. And we'll just keep doing everything we're doing.
Get back to the front lines.
Literally nothing is going to change. Communication. That's the number 1. Don't listen to that episode where we talked about that.
No, because these are things that have been addressed. It's conversations that we have had. And it always just seems to...
This is why we need a male here.
Yeah.
Because I want to ask them questions. I want to put a very hot heat lamp in his face and be like, why do you do this to us? Because who knows? I guarantee you, Leon and Randy don't even know half the time that they're doing it. They just go in there and say, go to bed, And they who knows? I don't know. Maybe... They just don't know because they're wired differently than us. That's why we're women and we're motherly. I think there's
maternal
instincts, and they don't have their
they're lacking.
They just don't get it. I think there's probably something in the Bible about that, blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, if there's any males out there, if you all want to get together and vote who gets to use the brain and then come visit the show, we have some questions.
P.S. Our husbands cannot listen to this. Like, if Leon...
No worries. Mine never does.
Every Monday, Leon goes and he listens to it and then he texts me and is like, great job, this is what I liked about it. Blah, blah, blah. He does a great job of that. I'm going to tell him that this episode...
For women only.
I'm going to say it didn't air. I'm like...
It's about tampons and, what are the cups that go up there?
Oh, God.
See?
Ugh.
What are they called?
So, I am not even going to say the word. Sippy cups. I mean, that's what I put up there. We should not be allowed to be making a podcast right now.
You're the one that said I told you it was going to be a disaster. I just wanted Wendy's. I just wanted Wendy's spicy chicken nuggets.
She's like, let's go get food.
I was like, let's go get food. You're like, no, we should go record. So this one's on you, bitch. If we both end up divorced, it's your fault.
I'm just going to tell him. I'm really going to tell him it didn't air. I love you. So if your, I would say this, significant other is doing at least, I can't even say that. Like, ours are very there. They're very there, right? I mean, yeah. So, I mean, if ours, that's what I keep thinking to myself. If mine literally wasn't even there, didn't make dinner, didn't do dishes, laundry, yours kind of the same thing. Like, and
no, 100%.
I would literally, if you guys are with a man who does nothing, I would say reevaluate your intentions with this human. They need to, like, be a part of your life and help you out. We're just literally, what's the word? We're venting because we are exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, they're great. That doesn't take away from all the wonderful things that they do, but it's okay to say, hey, I wish you would do this a little bit more, or hey, I wish you would help out a little bit. That's not negating and taking away from what they do, but Randy will full on admit it is not 50-50 in this house. You know, it's just not. There, as far as the parenting is concerned, it's, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom and that's my job most of the time, but you're a career mom and you're having the exact same thoughts that I'm having. And it's like, why is it always just, why are we the default? Why is mom the default setting?
I guarantee.
I had something right before that sentence.
Okay, so both of our husbands grew up in very mother-oriented homes. Like, their mother
strict mom households?
Yeah, their mom kind of ran the household.
Oh,
Even though, you know, their mom was... So that's probably maybe how they see us. We should feel honored that they see us as their strong, motherly type.
Absolutely. I do. I love and appreciate my husband so much and how hard he works for the family and the help that we get. But it's, like you said, those little things that for some reason the default setting is mom. You know, bath time. Making the lunches for school, checking, filling out the school paperwork, or
cleaning out the backpack. Dressing them, laying out clothes.
Yes.
Getting clothes ready for after bath time.
Yep. All these little tiny things that take up a big chunk of our lives as moms, and it's for some reason just it's just defaulted to mom, and I don't really get that.
Because, I mean, we could kind of go back. We will touch on this later, but, like, in a later episode, because we were meant to do it anyways. But self-care, that would probably be why I don't have any time for self-care. There's no way, because bath nights, she's in the bath with me. It is playing Barbies in the bathtub. It is conditioning her hair, clipping her fingernails, putting in stuff that could help grow her hair.
Applying the Rogaine, you know?
Like putting in thickening stuff. And, you know, and then the next morning, instead of enjoying a cup of coffee, you're like, No, you need to put underwear on first. No, you cannot just wear shorts. Yes, you can put leggings underneath the shorts. No, you need socks on. No, you can't wear that tank top. I need to do your hair, even though it is so thin, but I'm going to
Seriously,
try.
I think you've really brought up a really good point because mornings are
Atrocious.
absolutely horrendous in my household. It is, and I do partially blame myself because I know that mornings are garbage in my house and I should get up earlier so that I am better prepared.
It doesn't help. I wake up earlier, still doesn't help. I tried to be awake, drink coffee.
Have my coffee before they come down. It doesn't help.
In the movies, they're full of it. And anyone who posts on Facebook that their mornings are gorgeous, y'all are full of it. I don't care what you say.
I think that's why I'm so tired lately is because of all the fighting in my house. As far as me fighting with Jaden every morning to get out of bed, get dressed, put your school clothes on, brush your teeth. Do you have your deodorant on? You said you put deodorant on, but I know you really didn't put deodorant on. Where are your socks? You left them upstairs. Go get, it's from the time he opens his eyeballs to when I get him in the car, it's fighting and come on, we gotta go. Get your stuff. What are you doing? And then if his sister is up at the same time that I'm trying to get him out of the house, it is World War III. They do not stop messing with each other. Somebody's crying. I'm screaming at everybody. And I'm exhausted, and it's not even 8 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I will only have one child. I see everything Christina goes through, and I say, nay, nay. Nay, nay.
Nay, nay. I adore my children. And again, we as mothers, we are allowed to complain.
Can't take them back. Plus, what else is she really going to say?
As mothers, we can love our children and be allowed to complain. We can love our husbands and be allowed to complain. That doesn't take away from how much we love them.
Oh, hands down. I would never, ever in a million years choose another man. Ever. I absolutely, out of anyone in my entire life, Leon is my one.
And we would not take away your child.
And Yara is my one. Yeah. I made her. I'm going to keep her.
It's totally fine to complain about these things, you guys. It's fine. And it's necessary because I was not in a good mood when she got here. I'm still not in a good mood. But
she's so funny.
But I'm letting it out. I'm feeling a little bit like a weight come off.
I feel like a lot of you, we say we're real, but I feel like we need to show you how real we are. And
within the constraints of the FCC.
What in the world does FCC stand for?
Hold on, let me think. I had it.
They're the ones that sued Janet Jackson for $3 million in
federal
communication.
Yeah, something.
Content constructionism. Communism. She's Googling.
On your phone, that's the best part. Federal Communications Commission. You were very close.
Oh, Fremont Contract Carriers. It was on the tip of my tongue. Shout out to Fremont Contract Carriers. We are not sponsored by them.
Could you imagine?
I'll call them up tomorrow. Does your trucking company want to sponsor our mom show?
We carry all your shit anyway.
Because y'all are males.
Because you men.
Well, I'm sure there's women that work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably awesome.
So, what else can we say? We are venting to you purely because we honestly want you to relate and realize you are not alone. Your children aren't sleeping. We'll put them in the same room and they can just stay awake all night. A padded room so they can't ruin anything.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
All the men can get together with their one shared brain. And we'll put all the children together.
Oh.
And then we'll tell them that we're doing like a family building exercise. But then we shut the doors and we lock them and then we all get on a plane to Hawaii.
Oh, gosh. I would like to know one thing. And it's been heavy on my heart for quite a while. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of you moms out there going on vacation without your children. And could you tell me how you did it? I've probably been away from my child maybe 3 3 nights. She's about 5 years old, probably about 3 or 4 nights total. And probably 2 or 3 nights of those was my breast reduction. So,
And she doesn't mean how could you do it. She wants to know
how can I?
So she can do it.
Her and I will both do it.
I've done it. I went to Vegas for my wedding anniversary last year.
Oh,
Yeah. But that was the first time that me and Randy had been away from our daughter.
We really have not been away from our daughter, and she's 5. I don't know. The people are probably like, that's not healthy. But you know what also is not healthy?
Going 24/7, 365.
That
without sleep.
That, but also, I mean, we don't really live around family. I have an amazing neighbor who is also a really good friend of mine, and we graduated high school together. I don't know what I would do without her. Shout out to Grace, but I can only ask her to keep my child for so long because she watches her all day, every day, and she homeschools her. Go for it. We'll just keep shoving money at you. Be like, here you go, and if we ever hit it big, you'll be the first to get $1 bazillion along with Christina.
Get a really nice bonus. Leon got to go on his friend's trip.
Well, that's true.
To California.
I keep forgetting about that because I was so busy when it happened.
So Leon took his trip. Randy took his trip.
Where'd Leon or Randy
Randy
go?
went to E3, the gaming convention, when my daughter was 2 months old.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, so his friend got him the tickets as a birthday present. Randy knew nothing about it. He was absolutely shocked. The friend bought him the tickets to the convention and the plane tickets and the hotel. Okay? I couldn't say no, but I was a little upset. I was like, I just had our baby, and at the time, I had an 8-year-old as well. So I had an 8-year-old at home with me and a 3-month-old when he went to California for 5 days.
Holy hell's bells! I would just die.
I was pretty not happy, but I was also excited for him because it was something that was on his bucket
I feel like
list.
it's one of those things you're excited for them, but at the same time
Bitter.
you're like, I'm gonna tuck this away, and I'm gonna be bitter in a couple years when I need to use this.
Instead, I decided to tuck it away so that when I want to go on a girls' trip,
our husbands really can never listen to this. So if you're around and our husbands are about to click and listen to this, if you could just be like, no,
and slap the phone out of
and
their
in
hand.
slow motion just tackle them and not let them ever hear this episode, that would be great, because we're telling you all the things we never want them to hear.
I don't care, Randy. Come and see me about it.
Don't let Leon listen to this. Don't. He will not ever let me live it down. So he went surfing with a friend of ours let's see, 4 months ago. They went surfing for 7 days in California, and then they went to Vegas. And I am very happy for him. This man works very hard. He works a crazy schedule. He has to be up at 4 a.m. every morning. So all power to him. I'd probably kill some. I would just not kill somebody. I would just stay up all night until 4 a.m. and then I'd work my shift and then I'd just drop dead.
Well, you pretty much do.
Yeah, but I don't wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, but you're still awake.
Sometimes I do if my daughter wakes up. So he went a couple months ago, and it was great for him.
But now we need a trip.
We do. I have not yet pulled out the I want a trip yet because I haven't found...
No, let's wait till summer.
I haven't really found anything I want to do. But trust and believe, I will tell him at some point that I would like to go.
Even if we just went somewhere that had like a pool and it was hot and it had drinks next to it.
My house? Your house?
No,
both of our backyards.
Because our families are here.
Oh my gosh. I have a beautiful idea.
Name it.
We send either your people to my house or my people to your house, and then we just stay at our house.
That's freaking brilliant. It wouldn't cost money.
Exactly. Be like a resort, but we're still not winning because they still went on these beautiful trips that were extremely extravagant. And while we were home momming it up, millennial momming it up.
I wouldn't even care because I don't sleep very good when I'm traveling. I miss my bed. I have a really hard time sleeping anytime I go anywhere. So I'd be totally fine with like everybody leaving my house and me having the whole house.
Oh, and it'd be great because I could literally sleep in the studio we're recording in right now. I don't care.
I mean, Jaden does have a bed and Amara has a bed too.
Yeah, you have
So,
a
like,
giant house.
Yeah, so there's you don't have to sleep on the floor. There's beds.
Oh, okay.
There's beds. If we kicked everybody out,
Oh,
you could sleep in my bed.
It'd be like an Airbnb.
An Airbnb.
We could cuddle. We could snuggle. Well,
my food's here.
After this episode, we're going to hell and probably getting a divorce. So there's that. Honey, I love you. I appreciate everything you do. But I'm tired.
So tired, and I'm hungry. So
We need a meal, a nap, and a vacation.
Yep, in that order.
Before we go insane, it's gonna happen. Like 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be like a NASA thing, like where they're like counting down to
5, 4, 3,
it's about
2,
to explode.
1.
The mother in its natural habitat.
Yeah.
She's just gonna explode. So, self-care episode turned very bitter. The bitter housewives of Nebraska. Welcome.
The tired housewives of Nebraska.
Oh, I like that better. The tired housewives of Nebraska. We are here with you now. So, self-care, stay tuned next week. We'll talk about that when we feel like it. We just had to let this off our chests. We love our guys. We love our kids.
Love them all.
But sometimes...
Can't stand them. No.
Sometimes you just got to get with your closest friend and...
complain.
Exactly. And then you get it off your shoulders. And then when I get home and she gets to see her husband, everything will be perfectly fine. You're like, hi, honey, I missed you. Meanwhile, don't listen to the podcast.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out another episode, and we promise to be in a better mood next week.
We promise. We hope you laughed along with us, and we thank you for listening to us each and every week.
Goodbye.
Toodles.